Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is the third part of the Heart Shaped Wedding Bouquet. I'm going to show you how I'm going to actually glue all of these roses on. I've actually just put them where I want to glue them. And as I'm doing that, I'd like to say to you how sorry I am that I haven't been able to come back quicker. I've had a family emergency and it's been really difficult to record when my head wasn't in the right place. But I'm back now, so... So what I'm going to do is show you how to stick these roses on to the hold of the bouquet, and you can see I've done a mixture of different roses here, and what I've done is I've started from the outside, and so I'm going to stick these on with hot glue. I've started from the outside of the heart, and I've glued them all around the edge first to establish the heart shape and make sure I keep that shape. Okay, so that's what I've done. Okay, so I'm just gluing these on, and yeah, just where they are, just so that I know exactly where I want them to be. And there we go. So these are made of felt. So if you're new to this channel, thanks for coming aboard and having a look. Yeah, these were made in the last couple of videos, these roses. Okay, so if you want to have a look back at the last video or so, there's two other parts to this project. Okay, this is the bit where I'm just going to be decorating this heart-shaped bouquet, and yeah, we're also going to perhaps do the edge of the bouquet, and I've got some decorations here that I was going to show you that I've actually done on my I've cut out on my die cutting machine, my new die cutting machine, some little decorations to go around the edge. Okay, and I'm hoping that this will be all right where these are positioned, because you can see they're sort of slightly off the other way, but I can't, it's very hard for me to hold the bouquet up against the mirror when I haven't stuck these on yet, so it's almost like I have to take that chance of gluing these on. Okay, so just trying to keep this heart shape the way I want it to be, so you can sort of lose track of where your shape is if you start putting the flowers on and you haven't established where you're going to put them. So that's what I like to do. I like to position them where I want them first. Which one have I stuck on? Not that one. I just stuck that one on, didn't I? And then work out where I'm going to put them. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to go all the way to the top where that purple one is, and then we're going to start gluing them on to the middle bit there. I've also done some small buds here to fill in the little gaps. Okay, I'll only know when I hold it up against the mirror whether it's, you know, whether I want to put more in there or whether I can get away with it being a little bit gappy. Okay, so just okay, I think that's all of them that I stuck in there. Yeah, I think that's all of them. So what you can do is just kind of just space your flowers out, your petals out, to fill in the gaps. So I'm really quite pleased with the way that's turned out. So if we lift that up, okay, and turn that over, you can see what we've created in the last videos. Okay, so if you want to look at that, you can. Okay, and I love this edge piece around here, and I'm not sure whether I really want to, I don't want to cover that up. So what I thought we could do is I've got these butterflies. I love butterflies. I'm sorry, it's really hard to get out the butterfly zone. It really is. I love them so much. So I cut these out on my die cutting machine, but what you could do is just draw your own butterfly out. I've done a smaller one here as well, so you can actually freehand it or do it from the internet somewhere and then stick them on. So I thought you could either have these with the backing on them, or you can have them like this, okay, and stick them. I thought we could stick them randomly around the edge. I made these up and I thought they look nice, maybe on the top there. You could also personalize this. You could put this is our surname here, begins with M, or you could put like 2 initials on here on the front here, and that's sort of what I was thinking of doing. So yeah, something like that. And actually I'm thinking, now I look through the camera, you can't really see that very well because of the colour. So I don't know if I'm going to do that now. Perhaps it's the colour that's not quite right. But round the edge, you can tell I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet, but perhaps we could do a mixture of like this, different ones around the edge. I think that's what I'm going to do. And so I might start sticking those on now. So I'm just going to start gluing these on, and it's going to be a little bit tricky because you've only got a little bit to stick it to. You might decide to leave the edge and just have it as it is, but I just thought it'd be nice to I'm just going to put little bits of glue on just the sides here, like this. If it will stick. Sometimes, yeah, that's all right. Sometimes it's hard to make these things stick. I didn't want these to be uniform, you see. I want them to be like they're kind of flying in different directions. So you might have another one like this. You see what I mean? I think that's really nice, like that. Okay. Oh, these are, by the way, these are made of craft foam. Sorry, I didn't tell you, but these are made of craft foam. And yeah, like I said, I couldn't get my machine to cut out the felt because I need a different dye to do that. Different kind of dye to do that. So they look lovely, don't they? But you don't need to. You could do them like this, and you could just do them. I really like these, so they might go in sort of in between later on. Okay, so I'm just gonna, yeah, I really so you can do that how you want, really. So then when you turn that over, you can see the edge of the butterflies, but I don't think that matters because they're just kind of flying around. They're just flying around the edge of the bouquet. That's why I'm thinking of maybe putting some more on the top here. I haven't got any more cut out, but so what I'm going to do now, because I really like this, is I'm going to go away and I'm going to cut some more of these butterflies out. Okay, so I'm back. I've cut some more of these out with my die cutting machine, and let me explain to you that this die I bought is a Gemini die, and I bought it in Hobbycraft, and it was £1. And there we go, in case you've got a die cutting machine. Mine's a Big Shot Plus, okay, a Sizzix Big Shot Plus, so that's how I cut those out. But you can just do them by hand. You can just cut them out by hand. I mean, I've done a few these ones. Some of them you can just just draw them out and just stick them on. Okay, I just wanted to use my new tool. I just wanted to use my new tool. Okay, so yeah, if you want to see how I do that, you can always just ask, and I will show you how it's done. Okay, that's the die cutting machine. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick these on, and Actually, I'm going to do some more on this side, and I'm just basically going to just stick them willy-nilly, if you know what that means, you know, just kind of randomly. And I just put a tiny piece of glue on like that, and then just stick them kind of randomly along the edge of my bouquet, because I just felt like it needed to have something. On the last project, the first time I did this, I put ribbon around the edge, but I thought it'd be nice to do something a little bit different, you know. So I'm gonna just put that on, because I haven't got much, as always. I'm always running out of materials, and that's terrible. So I really do need to buy more materials when I go to Hobbycraft. So you can sort of see how this is working, and how if you wanted to make a bouquet and do it totally different, you'd be able to, now that you know how to do the actual, now you know how to make this hat holder on the back. You can actually do anything you want with this design, you really can. So this is just an idea of just randomly having the butterflies flying around and landing on the bouquet randomly, if you know what I mean. So, and perhaps have some on the top here as well. Okay, so that's how that's going to work. And these ones I will come back and show you how to do these if I stick them on. I don't know if I will, but that's the concept of that around the edge there. Okay, I might actually put these on the back, but you can fill the gaps in with other things. Okay, so next what I want to do is I want to put on the handle, and I'm just going to go away and ribbon that up, and I will put a video linked down in the description of how that you can ribbon the handle. Okay, so there's your handle. And this ribbon, just in case you weren't sure, this is a Hobbycraft ribbon, 15 meters, and it's light orchid colour. Okay, so you can actually get that, or you could get something a bit different. You might want something that's a little bit thicker than this, a little bit more different kind of quality. Your choice of ribbon, people. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, now I've got this all ribboned up, is I'm going to stick it in here. And normally I would put this handle on first and then put the material over the top, because you really don't want your glue going around the edge there. But I'm going to have to take that risk now, because I've done it the other way round. So what I'm going to do is put some glue around the edge and underneath my handle like this. Okay, just so it's got a good chance to actually stick in there. And I'm gonna, there we are, that's not too bad. Sometimes you get glue around the edge if you do it this way, it all depends. Okay, so then you want to leave that in there to dry, and then leave it a good few minutes to dry. Okay, and then we can decorate the back. The back is easy to decorate with the handle in, easier than the front, so that's why I tend to put the handle on last. Okay, but with the back, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some of these flowers on. I'm just going to put a couple of flowers on the back. I'm not going to go over the top on the back of this, because it's got this lovely material on here. So I just stick a couple of butterflies on the back here. Okay, and I will come back and perhaps show you how to do these butterflies in alive when I've got a bit more materials, a few more materials to work with. Okay, but that is really how you make your bouquet up. That is really how you do it. I really love the way that this has turned out. I really do. You've got this lovely heart shape. I really love this. And yeah, and around the edge we've put the butterflies around the edge here, and this is the back. So yeah, I'm really quite pleased with this. So let me know what you think about this project. You can always put a little comment below, and you can also like this video if you like what you see, and also subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos just like this one. Okay, so I will see you in the next one, people. Okay then, bye now.